Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to the weekly video update. Today is the 1st of May and I have a lot of things to share with you. I haven't made a video for a couple of weeks, so I apologize for that. But let's get started straight away with our stars of the week. So this week we have 3 stars. Respect went to Zaina in year 10. Perseverance went to Asia in year 9. Listening went to Ilya in year 10. So well done to our 3 stars. And we also have some Quran heroes. We have both of them from year 7. So Zara from year 7 and Zakira as well. Mashallah, well done to them. For Sparks stars, so these are students with the most XP points this week, were Leon in year 9 and Zara once again in year 7. Now, words of the week this week were hypocrisy, meaning claiming to be better than one actually is in terms of beliefs, morals, or standards. Immune, meaning resistant to a particular infection, protected or exempt from something. And finally, inference, meaning a conclusion that is reached based on evidence and logic. And this week's idiom of the week was a fun one. It's cat got your tongue, which means you can't speak. So these are our usual things. Now, moving on to, so at the end of last term, we had our vocab quiz and the winners, mashallah, these are the students who scored full marks in the quiz and we have a lot of them. So I'm going to go through their names. So Bishara, year 11, Sarah Ahmed, year 9, Amina, year 8, Halima, year 10, Iman, year 11, Amelia, year 10, Asia, year 9, Nusayba, year 8, Moza, year 11, Aisha, year 10, Ahlam, year 10, Sarah, year 11, Hannah, year 7, Nusayba Muhammad, year 8, and Khadija from year 10. That's not right, for Khadija from year 8, that actually is a typo. So mashallah, well done to these students. They have been given their reward, their treat today. And as usual, we will carry on with our vocab every week until the end of this term, and then we'll have another quiz as well. So what has happened since I last spoke to you? We have had, well, starting with this week. So on Wednesday, we had our junior maths challenge. So this is the maths challenge for year 7 and year 8. We had 18 students participate and they sat for an hour and they did some maths. It's like a quiz or a test. And we've sent off their papers and inshallah we'll get the results shortly to see how the girls have done. We also had this week running were our GCSEs. So year 11 have already had both their French oral exams and they've also had Arabic oral exams as well. And on Monday, they actually had their Arabic reading exam. So, and on Thursday and Friday, today and yesterday, they've also been working on their art exam, which is a 10-hour exam. So inshallah, they'll be finished today in the afternoon. Last week, year 7 and year 9 went to a trip to Hampton Court Palace as part of their history course, which was really fun. And we have some really lovely photos of that trip, which I have shared in school, but I have not shared on social media actually. We also had the previous week, the year 8s went up to the trip to Gunnersbury Museum, another history trip, and where they did a workshop and they learned about women's suffrage, etc. Now, let's go to next week. What do we have? So next week, of course, Monday is Bank Holiday Monday, so no need to come to school. But next week, we have a trip for our year 9s. Hold on. Okay, so year 9 have a trip to the Lion King theatre trip. So they will be in school in the morning as normal, wearing their school uniforms. They'll have normal lessons up until period 5. And then they will leave school at 12:35 to catch the bus to Hounslow West, and then they will jump on the underground and get to the theatre. So the play will finish. We're expecting them to be back at the station, I think, at about 6 o'clock, but we will keep parents posted. The performance starts at 2:30, and there is an interval as well, so it does take some time. And on the way back, of course, they'll be hitting rush hour traffic as well, so there may be some delays. We also have, so next week you will be receiving a letter about the Parents' Evening. So on the 15th of May, we have Parents' Evening for year 7, 8 and year 9. We've delayed the year 10 one simply because we know they've got their GCSE, RE, and English language exams. We want to just let them focus on that, and then we will do their parents' evening once we finish the exams for year 10, inshallah. So 15th of May is the parents' evening for year 7, 8, and 9. So letters will go out next week so you can make your bookings. As I always say, whenever you book appointments online, make sure you have a paper record of the appointments that you're booking, the time, and who you will be seeing as well. Otherwise, you'll just come to school and be wandering around, not know which appointments you have. So that's happening next week. We are also, just hold on. We also have, obviously, the exams for year 11 will roll out fully from the 11th, or Monday, the 11th of May. So up until that time, we want all of the year 11s to be in school. They'll have lessons as normal, and in the lessons, they're just doing revision. For our year 10s, they will have some days for study leave as well, which was shared with parents. A letter has gone out. But just know, if they have an exam the day before, they have study leave. But if the exam is in the morning, then they're expected to stay in school for the rest of the day. So they have to come to school with their books that they need for the afternoon. So for example, I know on the 12th of May is their first exam, which is their RE exam, and that's a morning exam. So they'll be finished by 10:45. So after that, they will have normal lessons. So they need to bring their books in as normal, inshallah, as well. I think I'm actually going to stop talking there. Let me just quickly check if there's anything else that I need to share. Oh, yes. So, talking about the play. So, we are now building the costumes for our school play, The Tempest. So, and moving forward, we are going to be increasing our rehearsals during lunchtime, and we will also have to do some after school rehearsals as well. Of course, we'll keep parents posted about when that will take place, but just to know that there is an expectation, if your daughter is in the play, she must have memorized her lines, because now we're really moving into the stage of stage direction and costumes, and we're thinking about lighting and sound and things like that. So lines should have been memorized by now. So next week, for example, we will be having 2 rehearsals during lunchtime, and we are going to be increasing that. We might even do 3 next week, just depending on how we are for availability as well. And we also have, let me just, I also just want to remind parents as well. So we have been focusing in school on the Quran challenge of memorizing Surah Waqi'ah. In a couple of weeks' time, after the half term, we will ask students who have memorized it to put themselves forward, but they don't have to memorize the whole surah, even if they memorize half or a quarter of it. So then we'll be testing them and seeing, and then of course at the end of the year we will be celebrating their success as well. So Surah Waqi'ah is still the surah that we are focusing on in the summer term. We've given extra time because it is a longer surah than Surah Mulk, so just to give more time for that, inshallah. Okay, so I'm going to stop there, and inshallah, I will see you back here next week on Friday. Have a lovely weekend, especially an extra day on a Monday off for bank holiday, and see you on next week, Friday. Assalamu alaikum.